Hello, hello. We are back once again. I'm seeing a lot of me these days, but we've got our KAGI top cut match. We are up against DMikelova, bringing an old favorite, Arik, the intrinsically extravagant. Love this one. It's definitely tricky, lots of handcrafting, short on the amber control, so you have to control kind of what and when you're playing those, but can make a pretty nasty board if you let it go. Discombobulator is always an interesting one. Self-bolstering automata, Imperial Road. There's lots of interesting things here. Book of LEQ, also always a fun one. But I think we're ready to just get going and see what they brought. All right, so they've got AOA double helper bot, brig deck. Okay, it'll be interesting. Proclamation. We don't have any amber control. Double Brand, 7 plague rats. So I don't love our chances here. We don't have artifact control, so that proclamation will be a problem. Plague Rats Brens is a problem. We could maybe stick the discombobulator, but those plague rats make it pretty tough. So what do we do here? Eddie and Red or Galen. So like this is a hand that's really hard not to keep, but I think I need to space those out a little bit more. This is almost all of my amber control actually in one hand. Yeah, and that stealth mode I think is going to be really important. Okay, this is just so much better. Stealth mode would be really important for getting around that brig, maybe, if we kind of feel like they're setting us up for it, and we have the stealth mode in hand here. So just going to try and do what we can. No plague rots right away, which is really nice. So I think we just go back into logos here. Probably will just play... Gotta remember. Is there... There's no mini group in this one. There's another way to kill the jar goggle. Maybe it's just the twin bolts. Play jar goggle on the left. I think we just throw the Imperial Road down there. Reassembling. And we tuck stealth mode. And just let the plague rats go wild on this. Okay, no creatures for the plasma nozzle, and all of this stuff is kind of a problem. If they kill our board here with plague rats, we're in a lot of trouble. Actually, plague rats are awful against this, because it will exhaust and it will die off of damage because of the plague rats. So this is actually a really interesting card in this matchup. It'll be one to watch. So they did their free markets and healing blast. What else they got in this sanctum? Ocean, Smite, Golden Aura. Smite could be rough here. It's an easy way to get rid of Daughter. Really hoping they're kind of sitting on a rough logos hand. Plays the Binate Rupture. All right. We are totally okay with that. There's no Professor's UIX, so they can't just archive that again here. They do go up to 4, but like honestly, I don't care about that nearly as much as getting brigged, because this deck is not going to deal with brig very well. Okay, so self-bolstering gets its stuff. They do have 1 plague rat down. The lion is making things big, which is kind of annoying. I think we maybe just make this guy huge. Okay, they do play a second stealth, or a second. They play a second helper bot? Okay, I see what's happening. And then the second plague rat. So I mean, both plague rats and the binate gone is pretty good for us. They do not have a way to bounce this. So if we make this thing a tank, it's just going to stay on the board. They just burned 2 plague rats, so being able to kill, let's see. One more rat does kill a Brend here. So we might have to Axiom first. Feels pretty bad here. But we do get to get the road down. And again, I think I need to, before I do my stealth mode burst, I think I need to get some rats off the board. So let's see, how does this work? We want to Axiom first, ward there. We're going to play, we will play Gargantodon. I think that makes things tricky for them. But we're just going to ward Legionary. I mean, the wards don't matter as much because there's rats. Rats are going to ping wards all day. I guess most of their creature control is creatures or artifacts. Actually, pretty much all of it. So the stealth mode maybe doesn't do as much as I had hoped. Merkins is kind of annoying too, but at least we got stuff out of our archives. We would have been pretty sad if they had Merkins our stealth mode. Would have been nice to just Imperial Road this down, but it's where we are. We can always get rid of Galem now. Going into Shadow, so they do Merkins here. Plays a Wormhole tech. It's not ideal, but it's fine. They do play a Ronnie. Okay. That does not steal because we have the Gargantodon, and there's a Brend. Ooh. So how do they kill Gargantodon? How did they come? So as much as I don't want to, I think we have to just take a Saurian turn here and just kill this Brend so that it just captures. Unstun the Gargantodon. Captured by a creature controlled by the active player instead. Oh, so that doesn't work the way I want it to. Would be stolen by a creature controlled by the active player. So I'd actually be capturing it myself. So we don't want to do this. Well, they don't have a Spirit's Way, so at least if they purge this, we have a turn to try and answer anyways. But we're just going to make a super giant Automata in stealth mode. Found our Discombobulator, so we have another chance to be able to kill this without the steal happening. It's pretty great. We're getting the draws we need here. There's one Brend left. We're not really scared about rats now. I mean, they can do some nice Amber Burst here, which we just have to live with. We also got a lot of Star Alliance out of the way, so this LEQ is going to be pretty live soon. They go Sanctum. Okay, so we're probably losing our Gargantodon. Actually, can they... Harder they come... They might get to choose here. I think they need to purge the Gargantodon, but... Yeah, we'll give them that because they let us change our house. This is totally fair. Okay, so they probably could purge one of these. I need to remember, Heart of They Come, I think is just a creature with more than, or 5 or more power. Yeah, so they're just gonna reap, and then fighting this doesn't really do anything, right? I think we just give up the key here. There's Plague Rat. Now what do we do? Logos, we get to clean up some of the board. I think this should take precedence over this thing's effect. We could just be greedy and go Star Alliance. Nah, we'll go Logos here. Get this guy down. They have Harder They Come. I should probably spread these out. Okay, so that worked correctly. Because there's just no Amber stolen. No dinos to put down. So we gave up the key, but we got rid of one Brand already. We have a lot of our tools for dealing with the second Brand. Merkins is gone. Proclamation hurts, but we just need some Star Alliance creatures, and then it's not really an issue. Something's getting purged here. Yeah. Purge a creature with 5 power higher. So they get our Voltron, but honestly, I'd rather have Candle Unit down at this point, I think, because they need to. They get to capture. Discard Smite. Okay. Well, I think this is a Star Alliance turn. It might be an LEQ, but that seems greedy at this point. We maybe need to hold. Do we go Star Alliance here? Still have Redder coming. We just can't protect any of the stuff we put down if we do that. We're just going to play this as a creature, I think. We're going to put the Scootum on Kindle Unit just in case we can get some capture going. We'll go ahead and throw this on here. They're going to fight into it. They have basically so many ways to kill it. I can't be greedy here. We are just going to throw this down, though. I think cycle here is fine. Imperium and Stomp are pretty good. Twin Bolt's pretty good. Okay, yeah, they fight the Kirby. Standardized testing gets rid of the big guy and one of the rats. And here's some logos. They don't have artifact control, right? So getting all that stuff down is pretty good for us, but we don't get to kill this. We do get to check, though, if we fight here. I think that seems fine. Oh, we can kill this with Stomp. In that case, I think we ward. Okay, so they have to have a lot of Brand or Proclamation. No, Proclamation doesn't take us off here either. Because we have 3 houses. And we actually have the 6th Emperor, which is pretty cool here. Maybe this is a better matchup than I thought, but I feel like we got pretty lucky seeing the big guy when we did. Okay. Still have some Star Alliance left, so we don't really need to LEQ. I would love to find one more creature so we can actually protect or get the value off of this, but North L is kind of annoying. Logos might still be correct here. Saurian doesn't look bad either, though. I guess we get more amber on this for the 6 Emperor if we go Logos. Yeah. I feel like we've got the creature control to really deal with what this deck is doing. Don't really want to toss Phil down with the Imperial Road, so we're just gonna hold it there. So, game 2, creature control is gonna be an issue. Really have to be careful with what we're using when. This just cannot handle the Big Worlds Collide board. Potion, Plague Rat. Okay, so that deals with a lot of the small guys. Ooh, 3rd Plague Rat, man. But no Brend with that is really big. It wouldn't have mattered too much because of the Discombobulator, but still okay with that. So we can Star Alliance here. It's a little risky because in Logos we don't really have much to do. Friendly creature and enemy creature destroy each creature with chosen power. Chosen creatures and each creature with the power. Okay, so we can kill the rats and this guy, I guess. So we'll put the cloaking dongle here. Drop this guy. Quintrino Flux for this and this. And it's only 1 in 3. We get to go Saurian here. Yeah. Oh, we do get to use this guy, though. Could just fight there, but I think we're okay just doing this again. I don't think they have a good way of killing this right now, and we get to 6 Ember it next turn for tons of value. And that should be their only way to kill Brend on play, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rats. So the most they can do to it now is 1. Except they're drawing through here probably, especially with the Logos turn. But them burning both of the what was it? Both of the helper bots early, and then ooh, interesting. They are not drawing through. Oh yeah, they did by 1. So they'll have options here. What does Logos get us? I don't think it really gets us much. We might as well go Saurian here. Oh, except we're no longer the biggest creature because of this guy. That's okay. We still get to check. I think it's still the right call here. They're not killing this anytime soon. So we will, yeah, move that there. 6 Semper it. Snag that. Drop these 2. Because we were also flipping that deck here, so we can at least find our Amber control again. We leave some scary Logos on the board. They're going to have a bit of draw. Ooh, this could be Proclamation. Proclamation stops us here. Don't really want to play Star Alliance creatures either. Take hostages works. Yeah, each time a creature fights. So they hit elusive because we got the cloaking dongle, but they can capture, and there's Proclamation, which they can punish except for the Discombobulator. So in a way, it's kind of good. that we didn't 6-emperor this, because we're okay just going to 8 here. Unless they find the urge. Hard if they come. Do I just go back into Saurian here? It's pretty hard not to do this, although the Amber all goes there. So Logos is probably better. Or we could just go Star Alliance. I think it's Logos. We get to kill this Sutterkin too. And the damage lets us kill the Cermeros. Problem is this gets damaged, but only one. And we are okay throwing Gargantodon in with the stun here, which is nice. Okay, so we are in check. This triggers before this. So they can't just capture either. So I need to have Cermeros and a way to kill. I think that should be it. Okay, they go back into Sanctum. There's a smite to deal some damage. Ooh. I do feel like that could have gone a lot worse. Let's see. Oh, which deck went first? Mine went first. Yeah, because I mulliganed into... Okay, so this feels like a similar hand they probably started with, but I just don't think it's there. Like this, the Brig combo, if we can set that up, which I think it's hard in this deck, there's not like much archiving unless you get these two going. Ugh, we have to standardize though. I think the standardize is okay. We're just gonna play this Sanctum out right now. We'll see if they try to get greedy with Book. Could be interesting, but our hand is not ideal here, especially with the self-bolstering. Is it just Ronnie here? Or Brand? It might be. Because they can't really deal with it. There's not like bounce or anything. Problem is we don't draw much with that. But if they don't play anything bigger, we get to standardize testing it. And there's a Titan too, so this doesn't really do anything because we don't have more creatures. I think we just have to do this. See if the big boy comes down. If so, we just standardize it anyways, and then this is still here for yeah. That's okay. This is unfortunate. I don't love that this got down so early, but a very similar start to what we had, so can't complain too much. Ooh, they stomped their wormhole tech. Interesting. Oh, and then they got a chant of hubris. Nice. Interesting. What can we do with that? Did I just miss the standardize existing for that entire game? I feel like I might have. Yeah. I was looking at creature control. I mainly just saw the... So, like, burning it here is probably actually not great. But I don't think we can go with these. At least turn this off. We got to get this off the board, so Logos it is. matter. And now we're at least set up for a decent graph play, even if nothing else. Second Brand, no rats yet is not ideal. But they probably know. So like we play this. If they just get to check again and don't kill this, then we get in trouble because we don't have a way to kill it on a Logos turn. The Proclamation's good though. They can't get to two more houses down right now. Unless they get really lucky with a book. But getting it down early here is going to be pretty big, I think. Okay, so it is Star Alliance. Let's see if they try to gamble. And this must just be like peak dinner hours for people. So many people watching earlier. That's okay. You all heard. Oh, ooh. Stealth mode is a little rough. But we've got the Albade, which is actually like just the perfect answer here, unless they get 3 more Amber. Which with a Kirby, they might. There's Plasma Nozzle, Force Field, or Soto. Yeah, this board is just ugh, getting real out of hand. Very, very similar start to us, though. It's not good. Not good. If we play this and then refill with 3 rats, then we're looking good. But if we don't, we're in trouble. So we can't play the free markets. I think we just discard it here. We could archive it, but if we're not getting a steal, then we're just losing. So I think this is more important. Actually, we only need 2 rats, don't we? Smite not bad. Kirby gets warded here, which is unfortunate. We do have Helperbot Ronnie. Just love one more Plague Rat. Really, I would have loved Brig or Binate Rupture at this point. That would have been something. Maybe that's what I should have archived is the Graft and kept the Smite for the Helperbot. We'll see what they do here. They go back into Starline, so they're not getting a Saurian creature down. So we could just tax them for 8. There's only one more stealth mode, so they're not getting that either. Sorry, I've been just like leaning as much away from facing the camera as I possibly could. Reap with Kirby. There's the ward. There's Discombobulator. Okay, so that makes things trickier. So now they just start fighting Brend. Man, yeah, we just don't really have a great way of dealing with that, especially if they don't put a Light of the Archons on it. That's good to know for game 3. So as long as we don't make that bigger, there just actually isn't a way to deal with it except clearing the board, which the Plague Rats can do. So they fell for the book. I don't know why they didn't use Soto first. The problem is we still don't actually have a great play here, except just forcing them to go 8. I don't know. This is really bad. Could just try and get this off the board. Use the smite. Then we don't get another creature. Serrani doesn't do anything here. Is it just play out shadows and hope for more shadows? I think we have to try and get this off now. Man, losing both Brens at this point is terrible. So bad for us. As weird as it is, it might just be Sanctum here. No, because they can't get this warded again, so we'll just go Shadows. I think we just have to do this. It sucks. It's the way it is. Yeah. Just hold out for Brig. Do have close to a board clear here. Problem is it kills our own stuff too. Friendly creatures can't be dealt damage. Okay, so we do maybe have the chance to kill this. But I mean, it's too late. I just discard all my shadows, steal, so maybe it's not worth it. Seeing both of those, I mean, that's very similar to what happened in game one. Both Brens pretty early, and then the cards to stop them. So it's fair. Goes back into Star Alliance. Aquantrina Flux. Kill the 4s. Kills my Plague Rat too, unfortunately. Oh, we need to deal with all the Star Alliance if nothing else, but I need to think on if we can actually kill this. So we play this, it's 1 damage. We play this. It's 3 damage. Which kills everything else. Then this goes to a side and is exhausted. Maybe it's not worth it. Because this goes to 3 is the problem. So we can't just fight into it with Ronnie and kill it at that point. Shadows is still the call here, but no archives. So that means we don't save the Ronnie. Just reap. Plague Rat. Plague Rat. It's alive, but it's exhausted. Go ahead and tuck the graft, I guess. Okay. There's our Binate. Proclamation does kind of work against that, I guess, but we might be able to get some board control here with all this stuff we got going on. We didn't get any more rats, which is unfortunate. I think if we get another rat there, we're in a good spot. If we get Harder They Come too, it's also good, but we'll see how much amber they get. We've seen 3, so there's 3 more upgrades in Starlines, but they did Starlines a couple turns in a row there, so they gotta have, yeah, they gotta be sitting on something else. If only these were after fight effects. It'd just be so useful. We still don't have our darn purge either. I'd love to have that right now. But it is just a Sanctum call here. just to get to check. So how do we do this? I mean, we're just going to kill the Guardian, I guess. There's not much else we can do. Smite first doesn't matter, so we'll just Golden Aura. Could just Reap, I guess. We kind of want them to have 3 houses so that we get better proclamation value. They are taxing us with Eddie, so we want to try and get rid of that. We saw we need to be dealing with the board. He gets to fight again because he's invincible right now. So this actually works out really well because, gosh, of course we have nothing to actually play with our helper bots. If they don't take our archives, we stay at 6 instead of forging, which means our brig just gets even that much better. But the problem is they're on low amber now, so not ideal. But here's a Star Alliance turn. Big ol' Eddie. They did take their archives though, so we are gonna get to. Oh, they got the book. It's pretty good. We are forging here, which is very unfortunate. That's not what we wanted. So what do we do with that? That has to die. Yeah, the problem is if they play like a Red or Galem or something, we're still just sunk. I really needed them to not take their archives there. Well, maybe it doesn't matter. But we're not doing any creature control if we do our brig turn. They're not in check yet though, so we don't have to. It's just such a small turn if we don't. Like we're not drawing anything if we don't do a Logos turn here, which is just brutal. 4 Plague Rats still, and our Merkins, and our Heart If They Come. Discard Axiom. There's almost no other archiving, so I just honestly don't even care about this Eddie anymore. The Cloaking Dongles are kind of annoying. It can fight stuff. I think we just go Sanctum, kill this, Reap with this, get that Amber. Wish I could discard anything in my hand. Like it might just be play 4 Logos creatures, get 0 value off the helper bots. Maybe I hold 1 helper bot. But I just play 3 Logos creatures and pass. If they don't get to check here, that might be the play, which they're going to have a hard time. Yeah, unless they go Logos. Logos, they can get to check. But if they get to check at 8, I think we're totally fine brigging that. Okay, swapping Lion around. Weapon Nortel is still safe. Twin Bolt kills the Plague Rats. Yeah, if they go big here, we're very happy. I think we do play 1 helper bot and then hold the second. But our Amber control options are pretty much gone except for the proc, so. Okay, so they fight. Plays a candle unit, plays a wormhole tech. Yikes. Yeah, this is not good. We have to find more rats. Wonder what's under the jar goggle. They're just gonna reap. I mean, we have to do it here, right? At least this way they have to do some fighting too. Their key will cost 7. And they can get 5 more here. They just flip the deck. We didn't see Galem, so they can Redder Galem here for at least a 9 tax. But if they go Saurian, I guess they would have had to find Stomp. They discarded the Axiom, so they might have like Imperium, but Yoink, welcome. Oh yeah, that's a you're a brig person, aren't you? Ah, the Cutthroat. They got me. Interesting going back into logos here. That means we get a pretty cheap key, but they probably know. I mean, they can't get to check. Oh, Jargoggle plays the Redder Galen. Very nice. Okay, so they're going to tax us pretty good here. Swap stuff around. Make it a stomp. Yeah, that's probably game now. I mean, I think it was just bad luck both games, I think, for both of us playing this AOA deck. I think this can go pretty differently. But the answers were just, or the big payoff cards came super early for this deck both games, and I just think that's too much. Okay, so they still don't have Starline, so their keys do still cost 8. What can we even do with that? Oh, they did get an archives. How did they archive? Oh, from the wormhole tech. But like, what are we drawing into? We have to draw into Merkins, and that Merkins has to play something super good. It is going to be a Logos turn here. Drop this. We may as well pop this, I think. So we can fight the Cancel unit, which is elusive. Yep. Every time. Without fail. Yeah, I had four Plague Rats in the bottom, whatever this is. 8 of the deck is not what this deck needs to win. But this is where, like, I don't think there's many chains in this at all. Like, I would almost just take this as a 0 chain, because it's just been super unlucky for the AOA deck both games, I think. Although, like, this, we said this is very, very difficult for me to remove. It can happen, but it's very difficult. I think we're going to game 3 here, though. Because we just don't have any Amber control. We literally have to hit something off of Merkins, and all we can hit is Garcia. So if they go to 10, we just lose no matter what. But they do have to do some work here to get Reap out. Well, they at least need to kill this, which is not too hard for him. Yeah, man, really unfortunate. I think this deck has way more legs than what we saw. If you see the Plague Rats, if you just see things in a different order, but we just didn't either game. Okay, so they're happy taking the stuns, but yeah, they get to 10, which I think means we don't have a shot to play a Titan Guardian just because, of course, they do. Cutthroat doesn't do it. Get Phil down. And it is exactly one more than this deck even has the potential of dealing with our current situation. We saw what got archived, right? Stomp. Yeah. So we don't want to hit the archives. We go shadows. Start just murdering everything. Still survives. Impressive. Stealth mode. All right, so we're going to game 3. Yeah, I don't think it's many chains. I might still push it to like 4 or 5 just to see if we can get more chains on this, but it is an awesome Merkins hit if we're at any other point in the game. But we're not. Dog is trying to tell me that there's a problem. I don't think there is. We want this adaptive best of 1. Oh. Why did I get logged out? The heck? Okay. Arik won both games. See what they do here. There's a ghost behind me. Up to 4 right away. Do a fast 5. Six chains. I just really don't think there's that much in it. I think it's a lot closer than those games showed. I'm gonna let him have it. Let's see. Yeah, we'll keep this. We get proc down right away. Northel and Marrows is pretty solid to start with. See if they mulligan. Dog just is too territorial, is what I'll say. There's a dog walking within a block of our house. She's got a problem with it. Okay, does not mulligan. That's fine. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Loving it. We get to archive the graft. Yeah, see, this is where, like, I think this deck has just so much more than what we saw in those first 2 games. I would have actually probably been a little bit sad to get this on 5 chains. It's close, but we'll see. But early proc is huge. This hand is crazy good for us. Northel's elusive, so they're not killing with the Jar Goggle. They could stomp it here. Yeah, I don't care. If they want to put the Scudem on this thing, that's fine with me. Ooh, and the Six Emperor. That's actually a little bit more annoying. So that means we're not helper botting the Plague Rat. Oh no, we can. We just killed the helper bot. Okay, so we need to find I'm pretty okay with this hand actually. We need to find our purge or our standardized testing. We got to get rid of this thing. But if they don't kill this soon, we're sitting pretty good. Let's see what's under this. Might fight it here. Daughter's fine. We can kill that with a smite. Even past Titan Guardian. Okay, that's a lot of logos. We don't love that. They just reap. Okay. So we go, well, Plague Rat is actually really tempting. If this had no damage on it, then Smite Healing Blast would be awesome. Oh, but we can actually Lion next to it so it gets bigger. Yeah, so we're going to do that. No on the archives. Lion goes between these two. They get to draw here, but I just need to remove taunts. Getting this guy back up to full health feels pretty good. Getting this guy on 6. And we get another archives, which will be our helper bot. We have a Brand ready to go, but we can't kill this. This thing. Go back into logos here. The thing is, we have some time, especially if they don't kill this. Play their Cutthroat Research, play a Quantum Finger Trap. They can reap a couple times here. Gosh, another Wormhole Technician. How much logos can they find here? This is crazy. So this is where I think I just need to play the Plague Rats to clear their board. It hurts me for sure. But like, as long as this thing's here, there's nothing I can do. How much damage can I do? So this would be, so one Plague Rat is 2 damage. Second Plague Rat is another 3. So that will kill this, which will also kill this. Can I just Helper Bot here for one more Plague Rat? That might be the way to go. So it's library first. Get a Merkins. Okay. We're going to project a little bit and fight this guy. So now this needs 7 more damage. So this is 2, 5. Oh, do I fight it again? Could just Merkin something from their archives. We got Library of Polosaurus. We don't know what the wormhole hit. Could just be the hidden stash too. We're still... Oh no, we have to play a Plague Rat here. Otherwise, we give them a key. Glad we saw that. Could be Merkins. No, we got to kill some of this Logos. Kill the Jargoggle, kill the other thing. Have a chance of killing this now and then getting the Bren down. They don't forge. Neither do we, but we do get to archive this again. Oh, we're just trying so hard. So hard. The good news is I still don't think we can kill this and kill Brend in the same turn. That's crazy. Why is he so big? I should have fought him twice. Oh, he's got Light of the Archons on him now. Okie dokie. I mean, if that's the whole turn, I actually don't think I care too much. We get to kill the rest of the board with Plague Rats. Sure, they get a key for 8. But it will be for 8 because we'll definitely kill these. One more Plague Rat kills this, though. I think that's okay. Still stunned. Let's see. What else could we do? I mean, there's no way to kill it. I mean, if we just graft here, we get 6. Or 4. Doesn't seem terrible. We get to... Could just fight again. I think we just... Plague Rat, and then hidden stash the Brend. Maybe I hold 1 rat just so I can... I still... Like, I'm not killing this, right? It's at... Just took it, it lost its armor, right? So this will do 4 more damage. Just not nearly enough. Let's see what we get off. Yeah, let's see what we get off the Merkins. Top of deck for a candle unit. I will take that. Okay, so we give them a key for 8. But we steal their candle unit, which is pretty big. We do find our harder they come to purge this idiot. Unless they... No, it's still stunned, so they shouldn't be able to ward it here. Unless they have a ward. Like the Tricerian Legionary. Wards itself. All right. We will take... Oh, they ward both. Never mind. I think that's okay. We can just wait. What do we do here? Got 4. We get something off of this, which is not bad. We can take the ward off this, but we can't get the ward off this. I think we do 1 more Shadows turn just to strip all the wards. We get to just reap out anyways, which is fine. How many rats have we lost? None yet. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4. Still have a lot left. This will kill Lion, but will not kill our candle units. Question is, do we just pitch the Brend? I don't think so, because again, if we get another Plague Rat, this is basically Brend, Plague Rat. Done. Got our Albade. Yeah, I think we're looking okay here. They can kill off the Candle unit now, but killing off the Plague Rats, they'd have to have... Did they play the Quintrino Warp already? No. So they're probably sitting on a good amount of Star Alliance here, but they have been chained. So like, oh, they actually played a bunch of Star Alliance last turn. Yeah. I mean, this Has the plasma nozzle, so that can actually kill a lot of our plague rats, which would be unfortunate. But it is ripe for purging. Go Starlines, all right. I think we are totally fine seeing that. Probably means Garcia coming down to stop the key. Which we just get to burst up again anyways because of the free markets. Golden Aura heals the candle unit too. Ah, they found the Quintrino Flux. That's really unfortunate. It's okay. Oh no, we can't actually smite here. That is unfortunate. But we can purge this idiot. Which is good enough for me. No. Take hostages. How do they come? How bait? Oh, I should have free markets first. Bummer. That's okay. Got our brig now. So I think them having to stop our last key is a lot tougher than having to stop our second to last key. I think we're in a good spot. I am feeling all right about this. We have one plague rat. We do need two more to be able to actually brand out here. Discombobulator has not come down. Yeah, they're going to go Star Alliance. They can probably just get it in off the Kirby, but that means they're probably not killing the Albaid. I'm not really going to want to go right back into Sanctum to just fight it. Might be worth it, though. They still have Axiom, but Axiom doesn't deal with Albaid. Ooh, stealth mode is interesting. But it's actually, I think, really fine here. Yeah, we need to find more plague rats, so it's just Logos, no. Play director, play professor, draw, find second plague rat. That means we discard cutthroat. Did not find third plague rat. See what happens on this archive. I mean, they basically have to have discombobulator now, right? But actually, we can kill through discombobulator if it's on a 3-power creature, because 2 of these kills a 3-power creature, and then the third one kills our Brand if we play the Brand. If we time it right. Stealth mode being gone is good, though. They did not get to burn that. Okay, they're probably going to get to book here, because they know what's left in their deck. We're at 1, 2, 3. 10. If they have 2 Starlines in hand, it might be a 50-50 on that book. What else is left? What have we not seen? Second cloaking dongle. We saw Light of the Archons, right? No. Oh, yeah. Oh, both cloaking dongles is what's left. Those are fine because those do not get around our plague rats. And they're not probably, well, let's see, 2 cloaking dongles. Does that get them to check? Yeah, because they can reap twice, so they go to 9. I mean, we could just break at that point, right? We go to 10 because of the discombobulator if they play it here. If they don't have it here, then we are just so golden. Except Albaid dies, so they might still... No, they don't forge, because we'll steal 6 if we get to do our... And they'll be at 5, because we give them 2 amber off the Brens. Gotta remember that. Okay, Twin Bolt is annoying. They might fight here. If they fight here and let us archive, I guess they have to because it's elusive. That's huge. And this is also not Discombobulator. Oh, but we don't have our third rat. So we have to archive third rat, and then it's really good. Okay, don't care about this at all because it's stunned. Let's see if they book. Oh, we're so close. Also forgot to turn on my overhead fan, so I'm just like sweating. Partially because of the game, partially because it's hot. What do we archive? We also got the last rat. That's hilarious. So they still forge if we do the rats, right? Because it kills this guy. Would steal 6. We clear their board. Oh, actually, let's see. Let me think about it. They go up to 11 and we steal 6. Oh, no, they go up to 14 because of this. We steal 6, so they go to 8. So they forge for exactly 8. I think we just standardize too because that clears their board, which makes it harder to get the discombobulator down. Yeah. Finite. Reap. Draw. Did not find our pip. That's fine. We will go ahead and standardize graft. Yeah, and this deck just does not stop this much amber. We got it. Oh, man. Crazy. Crazy matchup. Like, didn't even play the Brens this game. Finally sitting on the combo after 3 games. We have it. Neither of us could find it in any of the other games. They do get the redder. Okay. There's an Axiom. Man. Crazy. I mean, finding Proclamation early in that game was huge. I think we had a great start. But again, games 1 and 2, I do not think were the best representation of this matchup. I think both of them, this deck had a pretty subpar draw. So I definitely think it's a closer than even maybe like 5 chains is tough. But man, good stuff. We'll take it after a long day of Keyforge. I'll take that. You see. We didn't even get to play Ronnie either. Like we didn't steal any amber this game. We brigged for a bunch, right? But it's just so interesting how that works sometimes. Okay, let me find our match reporting. Which is never where I think it's gonna be. Like they have documents and links and announcements, and some things are in documents and links and some things are in announcements. We're in top cut. This is where I really want to have other decks in my adaptive like repertoire or whatever. I just haven't played with them enough yet, and this is a deck that I've just played a ton with, and so I know what it can do. I know where its strengths and weaknesses are, and it's just like was this 6 chains in the end? Yeah, 6 chains. Play their own deck game 3. Yes, mine was Worlds Collide. Away. Mine is a 68. And theirs was... It's a very fun deck. Like, I need to look. I don't think I have any rat decks. And if I do, they definitely don't have... The double Brens is just crazy. But it's crazy that I randomly brought a deck that actually had, like, a super hard counter to those Brens. So that they just couldn't do anything. Literally 3 games with 2 Brens and 7 Plague Rats. Not, like, a single Amber was stolen. Really, almost all games, except for the Cutthroat stole some. And then Graft isn't technically stealing, but it got there, so... But yeah, I think with the Graft, like Graft is just, if you are able to get a decent amount of value from it, this deck does not deal with that Amber. You have to have like Red or Galem ready to go, maybe even on the board already. Except you don't really have a way to, yeah, it's very tough to deal with that kind of swing because it doesn't have its own Graft or anything. So but that's where the stealth mode is really big. If you can stealth mode past a key, that can be huge. But getting the proclamation down was, I think, the biggest thing, because it just gave us more breathing room to get the cards we needed to win it. But awesome. So much Keyforge today, and I still need to record a voiceover of one of the Final Refrain matches that happened on Monday. It's an incredible match, so I'm excited to do it, but it's also like almost 2 hours. So I'm not going to do that live. I thought about it, but I just need to get through it. So I got to take the dog out and get on that. But thank you all so much for hanging out and watching. Yeah, be on the lookout. There's going to be a lot more, not from me in the next couple days. I'm going to be gone, but so much more Final Refrain Adaptive coming. And then next week, round 2, and then round 2 of KAGI Top Cut as well. So we'll see you all then. Thank you all so much for watching again. Take care.